at the bottom end of the table in the Premier League, this is where we will find Manchester United, whose league form woes continue. They lost at the weekend to West Ham. It was their 9th Premier League home league loss of the season. They've dropped to 16th in the table. Nedum, if Amorim doesn't win the Europa League, should he be fired?
Should he be fired? I don't know. I feel like they put all their eggs in the basket of Amorim, to be honest. And as a consequence, you think he's going to be someone that's going to be around long term. So I don't necessarily buy into that. But I think Amorim himself, he's so different to Ten Hag beforehand. Because Ten Hag, I feel like he wasn't really that self-aware. This is the West Ham team that, most people thought they'd finished their season a few weeks ago. So I don't think he loses his job, but there's a lot of pressure riding that Europa League final, because if he was to lose that, considering everyone wants to make Spurs the butt of every joke, like, how do you recover? How do you go into the next season and say everything's going to be okay? How do you say I'm the right person to take the team forward when you look around and the squad's basically going to be exactly the same as it was last year? So I don't think he gets fired, but I think he probably says something quite significant, which will remind all the United fans out there that, maybe that league title isn't as close as INEOS believe it is.
But regardless of a European final, Mario, this position in the Premier League table for Manchester United is not acceptable, is it?
No, I mean, look, even when you watch them play, and I watched them, this season I saw them live playing, you can feel it, you could feel that the celebration are not for the big things, the celebration are for small wins. And I think that must be hurtful for so many fans, because if you're used to winning big things, now you're celebrating on like trying to win derbies and things like that. They didn't care about that back in the day. I mean, you want to win a derby, but I'm just saying, like, it wasn't like a big achievement, or like if you do well or whatever. No, you want to win the big things, the trophies. And I think now at the point where they are, they say like, okay, we're moving forward, but what did you done? From last season till this season, okay, now you're in a final. So if you got to celebrate them going into a final going forward, I think then it becomes sad. And I think that is the difficulty. Do I feel like they will give him more time? Yeah, like Nedum said, I think they will give him more time. Why? Because he just got there. We cannot say that this is his team. And I think that is the scenario where he will jump on and say, like, guys, I took over the job. I wanted to wait, but you guys forced me to come in quicker than I expected it to be. Okay, then you also have to give me the time. And I think that is what he's going to drive on.